A few weeks ago, I was at the CKD Mini Collection to go check out the array of minis on display. Today, I'm back, and this time, we're going to be driving one of these very special Mini Cooper S's. Welcome to Retro Review. Oh, here we go, behind the wheel of a Mini Cooper S, a car that I've never driven before. In fact, I don't think I've even driven a Mini, let alone a Cooper S, which is, of course, the most special of these Minis. This model over here has got a 4-speed gearbox, and interestingly, on this gearbox, there is no synchro on first gear, which means that when you put it in the first gear, you've got to go into second gear first. Now, remember when we were all taught how to drive, we were told you've got to go into second and then first before we pulled away? I think that's why. One of the interesting parts about this car is that the steering is unbelievably responsive, which means that if I wanted to change directions, I can change directions quickly because there's not much weight to throw around. The pedals are spaced nicely, but there's no heel and towing happening here. You need to have those probably custom designed to get that done. But put your foot down, and it goes. Woo! It's no power steering here though, but a very decent little turning circle, that's for sure. It does incidentally have assisted brakes, and some of the models didn't come with assisted brakes, but this one does. This car makes me want to drive it fast. Are you serious? Oh my goodness me, this is so fun. This is so fun. Okay, that is tire screeching. Because it's such a compact, small car, you're actually not doing stupid speeds. It just feels like you're going really fast, but don't be fooled though. It can go really fast if you wanted to. What a drive, what a drive. It's a lot more fun than I expected it to be. It's supposed to be the fun performance car, so I think that checkbox is definitely ticked. But let's take a closer look at what's happening on the outside. So the grille on the Mini Cooper S is slightly different to the standard version. You can see that over there. This one's got the fog lights a la rally car, and then of course this cute little chrome bumper over there. These wheels are aftermarket wheels, so these aren't the originals, but incidentally, the original wheels were steel wheels too that came with little ventilation slots in there. On the outside, you've got one singular chrome rearview mirror and exposed outside hinges on the doors. And then this one over here has got the sliding window mechanism as well. So how do you tell the difference between a Mini Cooper and a Mini Cooper S? The big one is fuel tanks. This one comes with 2 fuel tanks, one on each side, because it's an S. And then, of course, you've got the badging over here, which would either read Morris Cooper S, or in this case, Austin Cooper S. This is a 1966 model, and there's so many small details about Mini that can go unnoticed. Like, for example, depending on which year it is, you get a specific color, like this specific color green. Then the interior is also customized when it comes to those bucket seats over there. And Mini owners are so pedantic that they've been known to dye the leather of their seats to make sure that the colors were exactly period correct. Even though the engine is 1275 cc's, it's quite compact inside here. It comes with twin SU carbs, and then instead of an alternator, it's actually got a generator sat in the side over here. Everything on these Minis and in this collection, down to the nameplates, are as original as possible. And although some of the cars are in the process of being restored, some of them are a bit more restored than others. Special thanks to CKD Mini and Mayors Mini for inviting me over to come check out this incredible collection of cars, and specifically telling me to rev this one so I can get the full experience. Thanks, guys.